welcome back to another card tutorial. So today we're gonna do this fun little card. It's a birthday card and it is a fun fold, and I know this one is going around on social media these days. This fold it is, but it's actually an older idea, but I really like it because it's super easy to recreate. And we're gonna use some old things, some new things. So let's start talking about stamps first. So this is one of the newer sets. It's D2206 Happy Everything, and what I love about this one is it's just words. There's no dies with it. Number one. Number two, it has a ton of different happies in different sizes and in different fonts, and then you have a whole bunch of different wording that combines or goes with happy. So holidays, graduation, birthday, retirement, sending you, anniversary, new year, you make me so happy. And then you have a few little things where just embellishments. So we're going to use these little diamond shaped ones. But overall, I think a really great set, which you can combine with anything you have already. But you can never have too many different fonts, right? So this set is wrapped up, and this is an older one. This comes with dies. So these are just presents. And each has their own die. It's Z4255, and I checked it this morning when I made this video, so it was still available. And here you can see the dies. So they're a nice size, not too small, not too big, and a whole bunch of different varieties. And what I love is you can use them for a lot of things. Cards, scrapbooking, Christmas, birthdays, Halloween, you name it. So this one I will link down below, as well as this one. And if you're looking for that one in the catalog, so this I know gets overlooked a lot. It's in the current November-December catalog on page 45, and this is what it looks like. Here you can see they made it using it in a double page layout. But this is really a great set to have. So if you haven't seen this, check out pretty much everything else that's in the catalog, but this is a really nice set. So links will down below. All right, what else do we need? We're also using Seabrook ink, which is this light colored ink right here. And the reason why I use the light color is just so it doesn't overtake the happy birthday. It's just a little bit in the background. We use two of the presents, and we will color them in with the new Colorista pencils. Quick and easy. The paper also is from a paper collection called Storybook. We had a couple of months catalogs, quite a few months, but sometime in the summer we had this one. And I think it's just a fun paper to use for a birthday card. All right, let me put this aside and let's take our elements out of the envelope, and I can tell you what we have in here so far. All right. Okay, so for the card base, you need one piece that is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and you score it at 3. This is one part of the card. Then we have another cardstock piece, which is cut at 3 by 8 and scored in half, so at 4. And this will be this part here. Then we need 2 design papers. So this one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And this one is for the front, which is cut at 4 by 2 3/4. So this is all the papers we need. And then we need 2 pieces of white cardstock, and this is cut at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And the one I already stamped the happy birthday on here, so here's the happy and there's the birthday. And let's do the little stamping right away. So normally you would use your little pouch underneath, or you flip over your VersaMat, but this is such a tiny stamp and just goes in the background here a little bit. I'm just going for it and stamping it right in here. All right, so that's all the stamping we need to do. Use our chamois, clean it quick off, and we're done with that one. All right, so let's put the papers together. So we're gonna start with the inside. So this piece goes on the inside, and I'm just going to use a little bit liquid adhesive here. There we go. And we're placing it with a nice even frame around in the center. Perfect. So this one goes on the flap on the outside here. Same thing. Nice even spacing around. And the reason why I use the Tombow is I can adjust this a little bit if I think it's not straight on here. So there we go. All right, card base done. Now this one here, so we want to open it to the left side. So here's the fold, and I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back here. And then this goes in the center of this. And you know me, I'm not always measuring exact, so I'm just eyeballing it. But to me, that looks pretty good. And this is what our second part will be. So now all we have to do is put on our pieces of white cardstock. This one goes on the front. Right here. And then this one goes on the inside. Oops, we forgot to stamp there, I think. But not a big deal. All right. So there you have, that is all the adhering we have to do. So this folds flat, this folds over, and here's your super easy card fold. I did stamp our little diamonds on the inside too. You don't have to. This is, you can put another phrase in here if you want to. You can add a little gift card in here if you want to, on the inside or on this side, or if you need to write more, you can add an extra piece here. A gift card would fit here. So you have multiple ways of adding either more writing or an extra gift. I just left it for the writing part, and then the outside has our phrase on here. And now we just, let's finish this one here. This is just a pencil that I used to go around here. So we're just doing a quick line, and if you're not comfortable with a black pen, always use a pencil, light touch, and you can erase it if you don't like it. Otherwise, I like to use a pencil simply because it's not as dark as a black pen, and that's sometimes all it needs. All right, now for our little gifts. And actually you can color them in any color you have. I used blue here. So let's start with our little lid. And with these pencils, so these pencils, what is so new about them? Well, they have like a wax type of consistency, so they're really going on smooth. But what you want to do is, when you have a pencil that is brand new, they have a very pointy point. So you want to go on a piece of scrap paper and flatten the point a little bit. That makes it easier to color. And you can see here, you just go over to make it a little bit darker. I put a little bit more pressure, and then I can fade it out with the same color. So let's do this here down too. I'm just coloring in everything in blue, and then I go in and shade a little bit more. And when you color, and you know, sometimes we have these tables, these plastic tables that we work on, that they do have a little rough surface. So if you don't have a VersaMat that you're using, or some thicker mat that's underneath your project, make sure you put some cardstock, or a couple pieces of cardstock or something underneath, because otherwise you're literally, when you're pushing hard down, getting the design of the table onto your colored image, which is not always desired. Might not be a bad thing, but we don't always want these. Okay, so here we go. And then all that's left is to do our little stripes on the bottom here. Okay. Looking good. Now we took the red and I colored in my bow. You don't have to. You can leave it white if you want to. Okay, and you can use any color you want, so I'm gonna do the red here while I have it in my hands. And then for those little swirly things, I just went over with the pencil a little bit, and that is it. Let's grab this one here and do the rest. So the same thing, we're just gonna fill in the entire square, and I go square by square. I don't like to go across, you know, if you have sections here, across the whole thing. It always looks nicer when you do section by section. That way you can also better shade your image if you need to. And it still goes fast, as you can see. So this is a very light touch to put some base down. I like to give it a little shading here on the side, and then just fill in a little bit more. And if you feel like you need more color, you just add more color. I'm fine with this. So this little tag does put on a shade. So does this little string. And I would say we call it okay for now. All right. Quick and easy. And then these ones are popped up. So we're going to start with this one. And since this is hanging over the edge here a little bit, I'm not going to go with my foam dots all the way till the end there. I just leave this open. And one for good measures. Okay. This is not going to go anywhere. And we put this one about here. And actually, if you don't have coloring pencils, but you have maybe have markers, then just use your markers. Okay, so the nice thing here, because we are putting this on the centerpiece, is you can have them overlap the edges. You know, if it's your main card base, you don't want to do that because then it doesn't fit in the envelope. But here we don't have to worry. The only thing I worry is now that this is overlapping this round one, so there's no foam behind here. So this corner needs to stay clear. So we're just popping it up here. And on this side. And down here. All right. Okay. Here we go. Whoops. And I don't want to cover up the birthday, so we're gonna do this like, there we go. This one sticks out a little bit, so you can always see here, so that would keep it shut. So I have to remove this one here, but that's not a big deal, and put it a little bit further in the center. There we go. So now it's gone. All right, and if you have, you can add some more bling if you want to, whatever your heart desires, but I think it's just a fun happy birthday. And again, you can mix and match this. You can change this to a thank you card, thinking of you, you know, whatever, graduation card. There's tons of different ideas, and with different papers you have a different card. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching so much. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, hop over to my Facebook page, see a couple of other ideas, and if I won't see you till next year, because we're at the end of the year, I wish you a happy and healthy 2024, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back here. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.